Welcome, beautiful you. Let's dig right into this week's seed on inconvenience. So what is inconvenience? Now, as you probably read in the insight that is attached to this seed called inconvenience, I know you now know that inconvenience, for the purposes of this course, is simply leaning in when it's not convenient. So the whole structure is around your growth edge. So what is inconvenience? It's just leaning in when you don't want to. So why? Why lean into inconvenience? Well, as I said in the why of inconvenience is about leaning into the growth edge because that's where the breakthroughs occur. That is where the discomfort you might be experiencing ends up being your access into the life, creating the life you love. So it's kind of like, it's not dissimilar to running a marathon, except we're trying to get you to run the marathon of life versus just a 26-mile marathon. It's as if you said you wanted to run a marathon right now and it's this weekend and you just go and try to run 26 miles. That would be impossible. You would injure yourself. So it may not always be convenient to do the work that's necessary to create the breakthroughs that are necessary to create the life that you love. And it's not dissimilar to running that marathon, as I said. You wouldn't say, oh, what am I going to do this Saturday? I'm going to run a marathon unless you trained for it. So what we're doing in this course is getting you up and ready with your running shoes on because of all the processes that we're doing. It's a training program. It's like going to the gym, or it's like running on the road, getting ready for the marathon of your life. So why inconvenience, again, in relation to kind of this course, is you, in the beginning of this course, in your plant section, you defined a created future that really was meaningful to you. Just like a marathon might be important for someone to run as a powerful intention in their life that gets them fit, your created future is the thing that will keep you in this process. It will make training, as I used for the analogy of running, it will make staying in the processes that we are going to be doing throughout this course worth it. So you have a reason to lean into the inconvenience. So how does inconvenience really show up in our lives, or how do we want it to show up? So in the beginning of the course, you created your created future, and there's going to be times where you're not going to want to, and you're going to have a feeling, you're going to potentially have an emotion and feeling that relates to that, like, oh, I'm tired, or I don't want to do the work today, or I don't want to watch a video that is, the next part of this program. An example for me is I am deeply committed to my health and wellness, but if I were to ask myself every single time I go to exercise, whether I felt like exercising, the answer to that would be no. Because often I'm like, ugh, I just am so tired, or I don't feel like it today. But what kind of trumps that is taking that moment with myself and leaning into the emotion. It's not necessarily convenient to do so, and doing it anyway. So what I'm asking you, especially with this program in relation to that created future, your intentions, the exercise program that you might have said you wanted in terms of your own health and wellness, lean into it. Do it anyway. It's inconvenient, but do it anyway. So what now? What now around this whole topic of inconvenience? What are the action steps? So what I would love for you to do is in your Simply Being practices, in your meditation, or again, Simply Being can just be taking a few deep breaths, closing your eyes, and centering yourself. I want you to do that after the video. Turn the video off and then do this exercise where you close your eyes, you breathe, and think of something that relates to your created future. Something that when you wrote excited you, but you really don't want to do like step by step. Exercise is such a great example because you might think you want a healthy and well body and a healthy and well fitness level, etc., but you may not, feel great. Like I said, I don't every time you want to put on your shoes and gym outfit and go to the gym. So choose something for yourself that kind of relates like that, and you're going to close your eyes, you're going to breathe deeply, and really feel into that edge, that growth edge of resistance. So the other thing about inconvenience, it can feel like resistance. You're going to feel into it and see if you can, in that moment, just sit there, be with it. You don't have to do anything. Just be there, accept it, breathe through it. Remember, whatever we resist persists. So I'm just asking you to be with the inconvenience, be with any resistance. And then when you're done with that exercise, you can take any time frame between 1 minute to 5 minutes. I would recommend do at least 5 minutes. At the end of that, go ahead and pull out your creative future you wrote in the plant section at the beginning of the program. And see kind of if you can get yourself into a space of possibility and inspiration. So 1 is just to let go, be present to resistance. And then 2 is to shift yourself into a space of possibility and just see what happens. That's it. Just see what's there for you. All right, beautiful you. Thank you for having the courage to kind of lean into any inconvenience and any resistance. And I hope you breathed a lot through any of it. So for now, be present to the wonder. The wonder is everywhere, and I'll see you in the next seed.